All right, so I got a new series coming at y'all called Ask Asa, man. So I'm gonna be asking or answering anonymous questions, whether it's about relationships, Bible questions, you know what I'm saying, it's typical, or you know what I'm saying, gender war type stuff. Ask your questions, man. It's all anonymous. I can answer your question right here and we can get it going. But I'm gonna go with the first question that I got. So I'm gonna read it exactly how she asked it. Do y'all want us to be quiet for real? We're gonna go in the Bible, man, and answer this sister question. We're gonna go in the Bible and answer this sister question. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 6. Better is an handful with quietness than both the hands full with travail and vexation of spirit. Now, why did I get this? Because I'm gonna parallel this to brothers will take a sister that's not as attractive, but she know how to speak to you, versus a super bad chick. She got all the qualities physically that you like, and she don't know how to speak. You know what I'm saying? She causing you vexation of spirit and travail. It really ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's better to have less and peaceful than to have more and you want to run your fucking head into a wall. It is what it is. I'm gonna read it again. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 6. Better is a handful with quietness, that's peace, than both the hands full with travail and vexation of spirit. Because a lot of people, they like abundance. They like to try to go for the best. But sometimes that best cause you to have a lot of other problems on the back end. So a lot of sisters, they might ask, do y'all really want us to be quiet? Not in the terms of silence. We want y'all to be a little bit more peaceful. And we gonna touch on a couple more that, you know what I'm saying, illustrate that a little bit further. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. This is 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. So the reason for me getting this is because a lot of women, you really see how bad their mouth is when things starting to go left, or they man doing something that they don't like. But I'm gonna read it again. He said, likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word. So a man not obeying the word, according to the scriptures, is how I would parallel this. As a woman, you don't like what he's doing, right? They also may, without the word, be won by the conversation of the wives. The way you speak to a man can change how he see things, can change how he think. You can win a brother over with the way that you speak to him. A lot of women, they don't have a proper way of speaking where they can really reach a brother. You know what I'm saying? Most of them, they go straight to being loud, but you know, it is what it is. Let me jump down. I'm gonna jump to verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price. Now, why did I get this, right? Because one, we're talking about, do men really want sisters to be quiet? We want y'all to have a meek and quiet spirit. Now, why did I say that? That meek is you a little bit more on the humble side, and a quiet spirit is, we know when y'all upset. You know what I'm saying? We can tell when the wheels is turning in y'all mind. We can feel that energy. So a lot of times, like the sisters be like, oh, they want me to be quiet, I'm gonna just be silent, I ain't saying shit. We know that that's disrespectful when y'all do that. I don't know if y'all know that or not. That's disrespectful. You being silent don't mean that you quiet. We can feel that energy coming up off you. You're not quiet in that moment. A quiet spirit is you being peaceful, you calm. I ain't got the, your energy ain't messing up the feng shui of my house. If that make any sense. But let me read it again. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price. Because going up a couple of verses, we're talking about women dealing with their outer appearance. A lot of women think that that's what really get a man to commit, when it's not. It's the way that you make him feel. 9 times out of 10, most people, y'all ain't gonna be doing the physical stuff like that all the time. Y'all not gonna be having sex like that more than y'all have conversation at the end of the day. So if you don't know how to talk to this man, if he don't like having conversations with you, it's not gonna work. You can be as fine as you want to be. But if y'all can't have conversations without you raising your voice and talking crazy and being disrespectful, you might as well hang it up, man. It is what it is. Let's continue. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 26. We'll start at verse 13. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 26, verse 13. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Let me start from the top. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. Now, why did I get this? Because we talking about, do we really want women to be quiet? The answer is yes and no, because a lot of women, they take that, right? They want to take it as face value, like we literally mean like don't say anything. That's not what we're talking about. What we asking you for is discretion, right? Let's get the definition of discretion right quick. Let's get the definition of discretion. Discretion, individual choice or judgment, power or a free decision or latitude of choice within certain legal bounds, the quality of having or showing discernment or good judgment, the quality of being discreet. This is the one I want. The quality of having or showing discernment or good judgment. So in a lot of different situations, right? A lot of sisters don't know when to say shit. Just to be honest, you don't know how to pick and choose when to say certain stuff, when to be quiet, when to voice your opinion, when to make suggestions. At the end of the day, let's read it again. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. Because you done met men that got women that move like that. You know what I'm saying? They will break their back for their sister because she know when and at what times. She pick her spots perfectly. You know what I'm saying? She know when to say something to her husband. She know when to, okay, just let him do his thing. She knows because what? She been learning this man. She knows she can get whatever she want from him. Just off that simple word, discretion. Verse 14, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. A silent and loving woman. That's another thing. It's like, okay, that silent go back into the discretion. Because we don't, okay, if you got a good idea, right? We don't want you to be quiet. We want you to sit on that. We want you to voice your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Most men, when they talk about submission, right? They not saying, oh, I just want you to do everything I tell you to do. You know, that's not how it goes. Most men, if he know he got a smart sister, he wants to know, you know what I'm saying, what she think and how she feel about situation. Because if I see it in this way, you might see it from a different angle, and I might need to take into consideration what you see. So it's not about being silent, but it's about having discretion and knowing how to speak. And we're going to touch on that a little bit later. He said, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. And a lot of y'all sisters are not loving. Y'all are attractive, not loving. Two totally different things. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Let's go back into being quiet, right? We want y'all to be teachable. We want y'all to be, it talks like, okay, how do I want to put this? It's hard to listen and learn if you're talking too much. I put it like that. If you can't listen, and okay, if I gotta tell you the same thing over and over again, it's probably because you was cutting me off. It's probably because you wasn't truly listening to what I was saying. So to be quiet but not listening, it's disrespect at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's disrespectful. He said, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed, because all men want a sister that is, how can I put it, teachable, malleable, you know what I'm saying? Somebody you can mold into the perfect sister for you. And let's keep it a stack. Most women, they want a man that can do that. Most women, they want a man that they can learn from, right? They want a man that they can look up to and respect. So if you dealing with a man that you don't respect, that's usually when you come into contact with those loudmouth, don't want to be quiet, uncoachable. But why are you in a relationship with a man that you don't respect? It don't make a lot of sense, but it is what it is. Let's continue. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. Now, this is going back into what I was saying earlier about, it ain't about you literally being quiet. It's about you know what I'm saying, you picking and choosing when to speak. And when you finally do speak, you sound like you got some sense. Let me read it again. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. So like I talked about that earlier. Men love attractive women. That's a given. We all know that. But a man will go down in looks to go up in cooperation. We don't want to be fighting with y'all verbally all the time. We don't want to be in these contentions going back and forth. Like at the end of the day, if you don't trust me, if you don't believe in me, if you don't respect me, what are we doing here? At the end of the day, right? Verse 23, because this is what separates these quote unquote 5s and 6s that get married from the dime pieces that they grow old by themselves and be like, damn, something must be wrong with her. This is usually the issue right here. Verse 23, if there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue. Most women don't know how to speak kind to a man. Most women think that's weak. Most women think that's too, you know what I'm saying? That's too doormat. No, that's not you being nice and kind, that don't make you weak. Meekness, being humble. A lot of women like to compete with their man. A lot of women like to, you know what I'm saying, they like to chest bump their man. That's not humble. Don't too many men want to deal with that shit. They might like to deal with that in the bedroom on some freaky stuff. But we talking about on the day-to-day, do I enjoy speaking to you? All right. And comfort in her tongue. A lot of women don't know how to speak life into their man at the end of the day. Because I ain't never heard a man say he want his wife or his woman to be silent or be quiet when she speak life into him. I ain't never heard a man who got a woman that move like that say, I don't want her speaking too much. You can speak all you want to as long as, if you speaking life into me, why would I want you to be quiet? 9 times out of 10, when a man telling you to be quiet, is because you messing up the you know what I'm saying, you messing up the vibes. You messing up the spirit in the household. You annoying. It is what it is. Verse 23, if there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. Because let's be honest, to find a beautiful sister that's like that, she got that kindness, meekness in her. Oh, that's different. That's not normal for a sister to move like that. That's not normal for a man to get a beautiful woman that know how to speak. It's not normal. It's not normal. It is what it is. Let's get one more. Last one. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 40. I'm gonna start at verse 21. The pipe and the psaltery make sweet melody, but a pleasant tongue is above them both. So he's talking about music, right? So you got these different instruments, they make a pleasant melody, right? But he said, but a pleasant tongue is above them both. The way that you speak should sound, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna sound messed up. But I watched a documentary, and this one sister, she was trying to get her husband out of prison, and she had been working, you know what I'm saying, for years to try to get him out. But the way that she spoke on the phone, I was like, I know she was destroying this man in terms of she was getting whatever she want from him because of the way she spoke. The way that you speak can do a lot. A lot of women got a rough voice, too deep. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what Glorilla sound like. We seen how a woman's voice can change a man's mood. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to start changing up your cadence. You might want to, you know what I'm saying, change up your pitch and change up your words. At the end of the day, what type of mood are you in when you speaking? What type of spirit are you in? Are you angry all the time? Are you know what I'm saying? You got to really think about that. Verse 23, a friend and companion never meet. I'm gonna jump to verse 23. A friend and companion never meet amiss, but above both is a wife with her husband. Now, why did I get this? Because a man and his woman is supposed to be like friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a friend and companion never meet amiss. We should always be on the same page, right? But he said above that is a man and his wife, right? A man and his woman. That's how it's supposed to be. So if we always on the same page, what are we arguing for? It's going back up to the verse above. A pleasant tongue. Why are we talking so disrespectful to each other? Why are we talking with these loud? You know what I'm saying? Why are we talking in a manner that cause strife? That's the problem. The problem ain't if y'all talking with sweet language. That's not the problem. Y'all ain't talking. We ain't talking about flattery. The women that we want to be quiet is the ones that curse a lot, right? Super loud, right? Disrespectful. That's the ones we want to be quiet. So, I mean, I hope y'all got something out of that, because we don't want y'all to be quiet. Just to answer the question just plainly, we don't want y'all to be quiet. We want y'all to talk like I got some sense, because there's a lot of sisters out here that don't understand that concept. Because we know if we telling y'all to be quiet, or, you know what I'm saying, move a certain way, and y'all go straight into, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing then. It's disrespectful. We know that you're being disrespectful. It's dismissive. We understand that. So that's not what we saying when we say to be quiet or be submissive or none of that. Know how to play your role. You know what I'm saying? Know how to play the game, how to work your man. Because a lot of y'all don't know how to work y'all man at the end of the day. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.